Okay, everybody, here is the review for Friday's test. I'll go through it with you, and this is what you need to do. Okay, so number one, it's definitely arithmetic. I might do some of these, excuse me, problems on a separate sheet of paper. So number one, I'm going to go like this. So I know it's arithmetic. So then the next, I'm going to go 0, -10, -20. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, so it's arithmetic, so I'm going to go a of n, a1, n minus 1 times d. And if I need a rule, I keep n as a variable, a1 is 50. And the difference is -10. And if I simplify that, let's see, I'm going to get a -10n. And then I'll get a plus 60, okay? And that is a great answer, okay? Number 2. Boy, the allergy. Sorry, you guys. Allergies. You must be cracking up. Say, Mr. Davies, what's going on? I'm sneezing. Okay. Number 2 is definitely geometric because I'm multiplying by -2, so r is -2. Let's see, -96. If I multiply by -2. Golly, sorry, you guys. It's crazy, huh? Allergies. It's that time of year for me. So, multiply by -2. Clear this. All right, see if I can get this without sneezing too much, huh? All right, -96. Okay, -96 times -2. I get 192. Positive 192 times -2 gives me a -384. Times -2 gives me a positive 768. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. And I get -1,536, okay? Sorry about that. So now my formula is geometric. I'm going to use a of n equals a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. So I'm going to go a of n equals, well, the first term is -6. Ratio is -2, and there is my formula. Got it. Oh, so sorry. You guys must be cracking up. Number 3, I just have to use my brain. Okay? So it looks like I'm going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10, 11. Boy, you guys, I'm so sorry. This is cracking you up if you're watching this video. Allergies. So anyway, here's what the deal. N is always these numbers. 1, 2, 3, ... So my formula is n plus 1 over an n plus 2. Okay? Wow. 4. Summation. Okay, so, all right, I've got to do my sigma. N equals 1. Hey, let's see, it looks arithmetic, so I'm going to go my a1 n minus 1 times d, and then I'm going to go summation n equals 1, and a1 is 12, n minus, and the d is 2, because that's the difference. And if I simplify this, I'm going to get, let's see, a 2n plus 10, okay? Now, the thing is, I need this top number. So 130 will make this top number. So if I take my formula, and I ask myself, okay, what n will work? I'm just going to solve for n. I'll know the n that plugs in. So minus 10, I get 120 equals 2n divided by 2, and I get 60. So wow, there's 60 terms, I guess so. So it can't be 60 terms. Oh, yeah, going up by 2, I guess. All right. Wow. So that's my formula. Yeah, I suppose. It could be 60 terms. All right. Sorry, you guys. Number 5. All right. It is geometric. So I'm going to go summation n equals 1 to something of a1, which is an r to the n minus 1. Okay, so then I'm going to scoot over here. A1 I know is 2, R is 5 to the n minus 1 power. Okay, I just used the same formula that's the geometric formula. Now, what's this top number? Well, technically, 781250 should work in this formula, okay? Let's see if we can solve. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So it goes 781250 divided by 2, and I get that answer. Oh, it can't be right. Try again. 1250 divided by 2. Okay, and then I'm going to have that in terms of 5. So it's got to be some 5. So 5 to some power. So if I take the log, I can actually do this. I can take the log. We've learned the log. 39,625 equals 5 to the n minus 1 power. If I do the log of that, remember the log? I can go log of this base 5, log base 5 of 390625 equals n minus 1. Okay, we learned logs. Okay, and then if I do that, go to my math, go to my log button, this will solve it. Heck yeah, log base 5 of, this is why we learned log, 39,625, and I get an answer of, I must have done something wrong, 5. It's basically it's 8. I must be off. Oh yeah, that should be 5. So it's 8. So 8 equals n minus 1, or n is 9. So I'm going to put 9 right here because n is 9. Okay, and that's what I want for my formula. Nope. I got to put everything in. I want that 9 here. That's the formula I want. All right. Moving on, let's go and take a look at number 6. Now 6 isn't that bad. I can do 6 because it goes on for infinity. I know it's got to be geometric, so 6. It's got to be the sum, n equals 1 to infinity. I like that one. And then I know that a1 r to the n minus 1 power. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, it goes to n equals 1 to infinity, right? And then a1 is my first term, which is obviously 400. And it seems to me as if I'm dividing by 4 each time or multiplying by 1/4. That's my ratio to n minus 1 power. There is my answer. Okay, 7. And of course, if this is going too fast or if my sneezing bothers you, just pause it. Okay, determine if the graph is arithmetic, geometric, and then write a roll. Well, this one seems to be growing, and it looks like it's growing like, I think Cass said exponentially, which makes it geometric. So this one's geometric, okay? a1 r to the n minus 1 power. So my first term, if that's 2, then that's got to be 1. Maybe not, because that could be 1. So I'm going to say 1/2. My multiplier looks like it's 2 because I go from, let's see, we go from 4 to 8. Yeah, so my multiplier is 2 to the n minus 1 power. Okay, there's my formula. It is geometric. Okay, B, if it's going straight up, it's got to be arithmetic. Okay, so my formula is an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. So an equals, let's see, the first term has got to be 1. N minus 1. It seems like I'm going up by 2s, aren't I? I go from 1 to 3 to 5. I think I'm going up by 2s. That's my formula, but I'm going to simplify it a little bit more to a 2n minus 1. Okay? There you go. All right, now, 8. Let's take a look at 8. One term of an arithmetic sequence. I've got negative 19, and the common difference is, so let's use our formula. We know if it's arithmetic at an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. I know a of n. I know negative 45 is the 19th term. I don't know the first term, but I'm going to find it. So I know the 19th term, and they tell me the difference is negative 3. So I should be able to solve for a1. All right, I can do that. Just on my calculator, I'm going to go ahead, and that's going to be a 18 times negative 3, 18 times negative 3, and I get a negative 54, so I get a negative 45 equals a1 minus 54. So if I go plus 54, let's see, negative 45, whoops, negative 45 plus 54 is 9. Okay, so the first term is 9. Got part of my answer. And then my formula is going to be this. It's going to be a of n equals, well, I know A1. A1 is 9, n minus 1, and the difference is negative 3. If I tidy that up, that answer I would take, I would get, let's see, a negative 3n plus 12. Okay, there you go. Okay, backside, we're cruising along. Find each sum. Well, this one's arithmetic, so I have a formula. I do. I have a formula for an arithmetic one, and that's S of n equals n times A1 plus AN divided by 2, right? And so then I know n is 30, so I'm going to go S of 30 equals 30. A1, let's see, the first term, A1 is, if I plug in 1, I'll get 5 times 1 minus 2, which is 3. Okay, so 3 goes here for my first term, plus my last term, if I plug in 30, a 30 is going to be 5 times 30 minus 2. 150 minus 2 is 148, right? And then divided by 2. Okay, so I'm just using that formula up here. I found my first term, found my last term. It's just use my calculator. I'm going to go 30 times 3 plus 148 divided by 2. I get an answer of 2,265. Okay, I'll write that in different color because I'm running out of room here. 2,265 is my sum. Okay. Sorry about that. Scoot that over so you can see it better. Okay. 10, that is geometric, and I have a form for geometric. It's on the board. S of n is equal to A1 times 1 minus r to the n power, all over parentheses 1 minus r. I know my multiplier is negative 2. R is negative 2, and I know my first term, A1, is 18 because it fits my pattern perfectly. Now, let's do it. So we get S of 10 is equal to A1, which is 18, 1 minus r. My multiplier is negative 2 to the n power, which is 10, parentheses, divided by 1 minus my multiplier, which is negative 2. Okay, and I got to be careful on my parentheses. I will be, because I know what I'm doing, and hopefully you do too. So I'm going to go 18 parentheses 1 subtract a negative 2 to the power of 10. Okay, divided by parentheses 1 subtract a negative 2, and I should get an answer of negative 6,138. Put that in red. Negative 6,138. Okay, there it is. 11. There's two ways to do it. One is to plug in the numbers, which I can do if I wanted to, or I can just use a formula. These formulas are in your journal. I'm going to use a formula because it's just going to be an n times n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 divided by 6. And this one is just an n times n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, those formulas are in your notes, and if I plug in 7, I'll put 7 here, put 7 here, put 7 here, and 7 here. So I'll show you in my calculator because I'm running out of room, but I'll show you how to do that. Okay, using 7 there, I'm going to go 7 parentheses, 7 plus 1, parentheses, 2 times 7 plus 1, parentheses, divided by 6, plus, I'll go 7 times 7 plus 1 divided by 2, and I get an answer about 168. Or you can plug in 1, plug in 2, plug in 3, plug in 4, plug in 5, plug in 6, plug in 7, plug in 8, plug in 7, and then add them all up and get an answer of 168. Okay. To infinity. Okay. Wow, I'm going to add them all up to infinity, but luckily I have a formula for that. S of infinity is equal to A1 over 1 minus R. A1 is the first term, which is 100. My multiplier is 1/5, so it's 1 minus 1/5. 1/5. So I'm going to have a 100. My calculator, I'll just go 100, and I'll go divided by parentheses, 1 subtract 1/5, and I get an answer of 125. Oh, that's not good. 125. is the sum of that. Okay, write a recursive formula. All right. I'm going to take that off the test, so don't worry about these. And then finally 17. This is to infinity because you're going to take 250. And then after 24, only 12 remains. So then the next one would be, let's see, 250 times 0.12. Hold on, 250 times 0.12. So the next dose is 30. But you're going to add those because you've got yesterday's dose and now today's, and then times that by 0.12, and you get an answer of 3.6. So you add them because that's the day before, yesterday, and today, and you keep adding until you get smaller and smaller pieces. So it really is an infinity problem. S of infinity, okay? Well, that's easy. A1 over 1 minus R. We know that A1 is going to be 250 first dose. The multiplier is 12% or 0.12, and I'm going to use my calculator and find out what this levels off to. 250 divided by parentheses 1, subtract 0.12, and I get an answer of about 284.1. 284.1, probably milligrams, right? Probably milligrams. I'm sure, yeah, milligrams. Okay, that's it. All right, hopefully you guys will do well on the test. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Come on, turn off.